June 2020, he graced the cover of Out, where we coined him Atlanta's next big thing. And today, he's releasing his 7th studio project called Never Satisfied. He's a rapper, he's a singer, he's a songwriter, and fellas, he is hella single. Damez, what's going on, sir?
You ate that. What's up?
Did I?
You did.
You look good.
Give you your 8s. Thank you. You look good too.
I appreciate it. I need more than 8.
You won't get it from me.
A minimum of 10.
We'll see. Once we get done, you might get a 10 from me. We'll see.
Oh, listen, wishful thinking. Well, thank you so much for being here, first and foremost.
Thank you for having me.
This is great. I know a lot of people have a lot of assumptions and preconceived notions about who you are in your dating life.
This is true.
So hopefully we can clear a little bit of that up today.
Hopefully.
We got the questions.
I got the answers.
So talk to me a little bit about your summer. It's been a crazy time for you, right? You were at the White House. You performed at Moby Fest, Harlem Pride, Atlanta Global Black Pride. How are you prioritizing and finding time to date with all you got going on right now?
You know, it's actually pretty difficult. I don't really get a lot of time at least as much time as I would like to put towards like dating. So but I'm grinding. So, you know, it's cool. I'm not really stressing it.
But you make time though, right? Don't make it seem like you're not.
I make
going
time.
on dates.
I make time, but I wish I had more time. You know, I wish I could have more time to weed out the, options. But it's okay.
I guess a good starter question is, what is your type? What type of guys you usually go for?
Ooh, rich nigga. They figured out this one.
I mean, it's in the notes. It's in the
I really don't have a type for real. Not like specifically. Like I just know what I like when I see it. You know what I mean? I'm one of those people. But I mean, like complexion doesn't really have a preference over me. I like what I like. You know,
So you got no type. I hate that response.
I know it sucks, but it's
Answer this
true.
question then. What are some commonalities that your exes have? Like, what qualities do they all share, if any?
Toxic.
I blame you. So your taste sucks as well.
I mean, probably.
You sure know how to pick them, sir.
Probably. But no, they were. They're very ambitious. I like ambition. I like confidence. I like somebody that can make me laugh. You know, I love to laugh, and I feel like I'm a pretty passionate and serious person most of the time. But like, if you know me, you know how my funny side. You know how much I love to laugh. And
Are you funny?
I think so. I think I make you laugh every day.
I laugh at you, not with you.
That was a good one. I'm gonna let you have that.
Continue. I'm sorry. What's the best way to approach you?
I think I'm not expecting to walk down the store with, holding some books and then like bump into it and then he's like, oh, let me get those for you. That's not happening. So yeah, DM me, send me some money while you do it. I'm just playing. Nah, I just playing. But yeah, I'm open to DMs.
All I'm hearing is gold digger. Sorry. It's actually a great question. When I listen to your music, I hear a lot of that, right? Everyone who listens to your music hears a lot of that. Like the requirement of a guy to have, his shit together financially. Does that mean that you would, I guess, not be open to a guy if he's like in between jobs?
I think that when you're in between jobs, that you should spend that time focusing on yourself.
Who are you to say that?
I mean, that's what I do when I'm not in the best position.
I feel like there's a certain level of us together. We could upgrade each other. We can get to the bag together. I feel like this idea of like showing up perfect is just crazy.
No, you ain't gotta show up perfect because I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna show up perfect. But I feel like you should show up like with some common sense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
To say the least.
Yeah, like come on, let's be for real.
What's the biggest misconception about who you are?
The biggest misconception about who I am. I think people think that I am unapproachable or a bit like intimidating. I guess what you were saying, like some of my music can make people feel that way, but I'm really not. Like I'm down to earth. Like I'm an earth sign. I'm cool as fuck to talk to. I feel like I'm easy to talk to. I feel like I'm nice most of the time.
Heavy on most of the time.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, unlike you.
Because that mouth of yours.
And so yeah, I think people just have this perception that like I'm not approachable, but it's not true. Come talk to me.
Could you?
No.
Who were some of your childhood crushes?
Childhood crushes. I'm gonna go with like Morris Chestnut, Michael Ealy. Mostly like actors, yeah.
Well, you know mine. It hasn't changed.
TJ.
Yes.
Yeah. You never.
Taj Mowry is like, that's He's been my childhood crush.
Keep dreaming, babe.
Well, you know, the night is still young. What can you tell us about like how each guy in these cities approach you? What are the differences?
I feel like Atlanta it's kind of weird. You just kind of really never know what you're gonna get. You know, I've gotten good approaches and bad approaches, so I can't really conclude with Atlanta. I feel like LA, it's all so like Hollywood, and it's also like, you know, how do I present myself to be the best version of me that's not really me, and it's just, I don't know, it's harder to get like authenticity in LA. I feel like in New York they're a lot more free and just like fuck it, like if he say no or whatever, then I'm gonna go back to the dance floor and be cool. Like they don't really, I don't know, it's different in New York. I've been to other places too, like Texas.
Yeah, how was Houston for you?
Houston was dope.
Houston loved me.
Really?
Yes.
That's shocking.
It's not.
Oh.
No, but like I was everybody was just like the lady at the front desk of the hotel, like just random at Zara. I just felt the love. I was
That's
like,
good.
I appreciate it.
You know, they definitely have that the Southern hospitality. So shout out to Texas.
I want to play a little game with you.
Okay.
It's called Dames, Do's, and Don'ts, all right?
Ooh.
I'm going to give you some dating scenarios, and you let me know if it's something that you do or do not do.
Okay.
All right?
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
I think so.
All right. Going Dutch on the first date.
No.
Why not?
It just
Even if
doesn't-
you asked, you wouldn't be...
If I ask, I'm gonna pay, and that's the expectation if I get asked.
Can we talk about this for a second? I feel like
Sure.
people always make it seem like, oh, you're broke, you're going Dutch. No. I feel like until we establish that we both are investing in this equally, like financially and with our time, like we could pay for ourselves. Because it's not worse than paying when you know you're never going to see this guy again.
I agree, which is why I don't ask niggas on dates. I wait till I get asked on them, and then
So you don't have to pay.
if I don't like it, then I ain't gotta really worry about it because I ain't spend no money.
It's
But
always-
the time is money too. So you got to think about that too. It's like, yeah, the nigga may have paid for the date, but like I spent my time. I spent like hours trying to get ready, hours trying to spending time with you. And if I hate this shit, that's hours that I'll never get back.
Well, relax.
So you know what I'm saying? You got to look at that too. Like it ain't just about the money.
I hear you. What about dating a content creator?
No judgment. Get your money. I ain't knocking nobody hustle, but absolutely the fuck not.
We love the political response. Dating a friend's ex.
Dating a friend's ex, absolutely not. That's actually crazy. It's like asking to like fight, and we're just too old to be fighting.
Can you fight?
Absolutely.
Please. Being a third.
You want to try? Being a third, nah. Yeah, I feel like when you look this good, being a third is just crazy. Yeah, it's just not. It's just not happening in my world. But you tell me, how's that working for you? I know you had some experience.
Fuck you. I have actually.
I
Let me tell you why. I feel
know.
like every time I've been the third in like been a guest star of someone's relationship, it's always been that I could tell that they weren't compatible, and this is what they came up with to stay together.
To try to, yeah, yikes.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about my personal business. Public sex.
No.
I'm talking like at a beat, not at the park.
No, I'm pretty private. I'm a pretty private person.
Dating somebody younger.
Dating somebody younger, probably not, but I'm open.
So you recently celebrated a birthday. You're now a part of the Dirty 30s.
Unfortunately,
Give it up
yes.
for my guy. We talked a lot about like what emotions that brought about. Talk to us a little bit about that, like the differences in how you approach dating now versus then.
I think you just have to be a lot more intentional. Now that I'm in my 30s, I feel like it's just different. You know, I'm still having my fun and everything, but I think you just have to be more intentional. I think like when I was younger in my 20s, I think I was just kind of like, you know, just going with the flow, whatever. But now I feel
Pussy
like you
popping
have
across
to.
Atlanta, yes.
Yeah, you know how you definitely know how it is. So I think now just like being more intentional and like really knowing what you want.
Yeah.
What you don't like is good, but you spend all that time, you know, in your 20s learning that stuff. So now it's like you don't really have the patience for a lot of stuff either.
The patience for sure, but I feel like in my 30s now, my desire to get married is definitely increased.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even want to play the let's date for 3 years game either.
So it's like if you take me on
1
a
year
date,
tops.
if you take me on a date, we need to get married like next week. That's kind of where you at.
If they're cool with it. If the dumbest thing I did all year was get married too soon, I'm good.
Damn, that's crazy. Gotta have some higher
Live your life,
ambitions.
King. Live your life. Let's talk about great dates.
Great dates.
Have you ever been on one date that was just like, yo, he ate that?
No, actually. Can't say that I have. Do you want to redo that so I can lie?
No, honesty works.
Do you want to make some shit up?
No.
Okay.
What about worst dates?
Oof. Now this is
Let's get into
this is
it.
where we at. Wow. Worst dates. I mean, it's not even about the setting more so, like restaurant, whatever. I think just like when the chemistry is just not there, like at all, and you're trying to like force it, and it's like, bro, like I want to be at home.
You ever feel like forced to force it, considering he spent the pay?
No. Actually, it makes me more like I just kind of shut down. Once I get to that realization, this is not gonna work. It's like I'm not gonna put no more energy into it because I know this shit is over with. You need to know this shit is over with, so you don't make any more efforts or like try to spend any more. Well, yeah.
I was having a conversation with one of my friends the other day about like how to be honest with the guy after you know the date isn't gonna go anywhere.
I think it depends. So sometimes like you might not like the guy romantically, but it's like, oh, you know what? We would make great friends. Like when you tried to talk to me and it didn't work out.
Oh my gosh.
But like
Cut it
other
out.
times, I think other times though, it's like I don't even want to be friends with this person. Like I do not ever want to see you again in life. Like if this is the last time I ever saw you, I will be fine.
So do you have any parameters of like, obviously you're in the music business. Do you have any rules about like who's off limits and who's on limits? Is a fellow artist on limits?
It's not my first go-to. I'm not really, just because I know how I've experienced how that can go. I'd rather date somebody that's not doing music, but I'm also, I know that life is life, bro. And you just, you never know. So I'm open, but I don't seek I don't seek that for sure.
So you have a new project coming out soon, right?
I do.
I was lucky enough to hear some of the records. I feel like this is definitely a new sound for you.
It is.
A lot more transparent as it pertains to like your personal life. What went into that decision?
I think the last record I was super transparent. I was super like open about like my mental health struggles and just like personal life stuff. I think this time around I wanted to like kind of flip it a little bit and say like, hey, like, yeah, we acknowledging, life is real, this shit is real, life is hard, adulting is hard, but we can still try to enjoy as much as we can while we can, right?
I want to wrap up by asking, what's the best piece of dating advice you've ever received?
The best piece of dating advice I've ever received. I think just go in it being true to yourself, being honest, honesty, really, authenticity. We all know how like when you don't, how like down the line, how it causes problems. So I think just go into it completely being yourself, and if it don't work, it don't work. And if it does, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, Damez, thank you so much for coming through, man. How can people get in contact with you?
Through you, actually.
Yeah.
No, this one.
I'm officially managing Damez, his business and personal life. So if you guys want to date Damez,
You got to go through him
Cash
first.
App him. I will be taking a percentage, but you guys can hit me up at Lamont Baldwin.